What is up, Transformer fans and geeks? Zagatron here with another figure review. And today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Legacy Evolution Dinobots, Slug and Sludge. And so now we're heading into Legacy Evolution. All these new Transformers Legacy figures have a gimmick, and these two figures, which are part of the same wave obviously, their gimmick is they combine and they form Volcanicus. And I'm very excited for that. But first and foremost, let's get right into the packaging. Let's go with Sludge first. And there we have an image of Sludge in his dinosaur alt mode. It is from Transformers Legacy Evolution. We do have the Transformers logo on the side. There is Sludge in packaging. Transformers Legacy Evolution right up front. His name is Sludge. On the side of the box, we have an image of Sludge in his robot mode. He is a core class figure. On the side, we do have the Autobots. Well, actually, not really. This is all sorts of, we have Autobots and Decepticons this time around in the Legacy artwork. And in the back of the box, we have an image of Sludge in his alt mode, his Dinobot alt mode, his robot mode. He does transform in 8 steps, and he is one of 6 to form Volcanicus. All right, let's put him to the side, and now let's grab Slug. And so pretty much the same thing. We have an image of Slug there in his dinosaur alt mode, Transformers Legacy Evolution. There he is in packaging. We do have Transformers on the side, Legacy Evolution. His name is Slug. Side of the box, we have an image of Slug in his robot alt mode. His robot mode. The other side, we do have the Transformers Legacy Evolution artwork. Back of the box, there is Slug in his alt mode, his robot mode. He transforms again in 8 steps also. He is 2 of 6 for Volcanicus. And that is it for these Dinobot packaging. And let's take them out and see if they are more than meets the eye. So here are Slug and Sludge out of packaging, and these guys are a bit of a mixed bag for me. Let's get up closer and look at the details first. Let's start here with Slug. And I like this guy quite a bit better than Sludge, and we'll get over that in a bit. But as far as the details, we do have mostly unpainted gray plastic. Just, you know, the torso and the head have been painted in the red, and you have a little bit of gold accents, and his fists have been painted black. But other than that, not a whole lot of paint apps on these guys. I mean, these are core class figures, but you know, all in all, there's not much complaining here to be made. But this guy is not too bad. We do have some dino feet kind of hanging out here on the sides, but he's not so bad overall. His let's go over some articulation, which is not much here either. The arms do go up and down, and you could take him out that much. His head is on a swivel, so you can move it left and right. We do have a waist swivel as well. We do have ball jointed knees, so we could do a full 360. Full 90-degree bend. Sorry about that. And there are no articulation at the feet. And that is it for Slug. And here we come over to Sludge, and then you got a whole lot of kibble hanging out on this guy. We have all these big dino feet just right on the side, and that's like a big eyesore. And I don't know how they could have done it. Maybe they could have collapsed this with the other leg, because we do have some gaps here. They could have done something instead of just, you know, having these legs just hang out there. But as you can see, it's mostly gray plastic, just a little hints to have the red there, the chest. We do have a lot of glossy black. We do have the gold on the feet. Back of the head, we have a little bit of gold as well. But other than that, this is what you get. You have this eyesore on the sides. So if you thought articulation wise we don't have a lot, we do have the head on a swivel. We don't have any waist rotation, so we do have some chest rotation here. His arms are ball jointed. This is a tight joint, but we don't have any rotate. We don't have any elbow articulation, so it's just at the shoulder. So we do have a full 360 here at the shoulder. Do the ball joint. That's about it for the arms. Nothing at the hands. As far as the legs, we do have 90-degree bend there at the knee. Obviously we don't have any ankle tiltage, any of that stuff with the feet. And that is it for Sludge. All right, and now for some comparisons, and here's where it gets kind of, you know, the comparison. I mean, these are all core class figures, and I wish Hasbro would have done something different. But here is core class Optimus Prime. Clearly, these guys are supposed to tower over Optimus Prime. So, I mean, I don't understand why Hasbro. I would have preferred to see some true core class figures like the G1, and we'll have different sizes. We don't need 3 different size Optimus Prime. You have Optimus Prime in his regular size, and we have this guy, and the same thing with these Dinobots. Clearly the scale here is not, these guys aren't supposed to be the same size as Prime. So let's bring another core class figure. This is a true core class figure, and this is Wheelie, and he is in his true size. So clearly these guys aren't supposed to be the same size here. Let me get this guy out of the way so we'll do a better comparison so we can put everything in shot here. So these guys, he's the correct size. These guys are obviously, they're supposed to be bigger than him, and we're not, you know. But I wish Hasbro would have invested time, instead of making a core class Prime or core class Dinobot, giving us true core class figures like Wheelie, but instead we're getting this. Here's another comparison. Let's keep this guy here. Let's get Prime out of the shot, and let's bring in another true core class figure. And here is Spike, and clearly Spike is of scale. He's a proper scale. That's how big Spike is supposed to be. And then you got, you know, the Dinobots, and it's, I mean, this is it's whatever. The only good thing that these guys Dinobots have is that, you know, you get the combiner out of it. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just nitpicking or whatever. But as far as the scale, I wish Hasbro would have given us, you know, some true core class figures, but instead this is what we're getting. All right, enough for comparisons. Let's get these guys out of the way. Let's bring in Slug back into the, let's get him back into the picture. And let's transform these guys into their we'll do combined modes, and then we'll do up modes as well. All right, now to transform the Dinobots, let's begin with Sludge. Let's put Slug over here to the side. And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip that dino head in. And so we're going to get these arm pieces, and we're going to fold them forward like so. There's a little tab right here, tab slot connection, and you're just gonna tab the arms in together like so. Flip that head back in like that. Make sure it make sure we get a tab. Make sure that is all nice and secure. And so then we're going to fold it down, make it easier on ourselves. because then we're gonna have to rotate this whole. So actually it's just better if we do this like that first. The instructions say otherwise, but we'll do it the right way. So now we could, after we rotate it, we could tab everything together. And so now we could tab the head in, we could tab the arms in, and so we have that look right there. And then after all that is done, I'm gonna tab these legs in together like that. And then we're going to rotate, make sure everything is tabbed in properly. I'm going to fold this whole section here, make sure all these arms are gonna get tucked in to this whole back section. So make sure you got that. And there is Sludge in his dinosaur alt mode, and this is a very disappointing alt mode as it has absolutely no articulation whatsoever. What you see is what you get. There's no movement in the back legs, there's no movement in the front legs, there's no movement in the mouth. This is basically what you get. That's it. This feels like something out of McDonald's Happy Meal. This is very, very disappointing. And you have all that whole gappiness there. Very disappointing. Take a quick look at the details. Obviously, not much paint apps here, just a little bit of gold here. Gold in the, let me focus here a little bit so we can see the head sculpt there. Detail is not bad, but otherwise, that's it. That's it. This is what you get here. Absolutely. Let me focus in here. Absolutely no articulation whatsoever. That's all he does. That's it. Very disappointing. Let's go over to this guy here, Mr. Slug. And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove his weapon here. We're going to flip this chest piece up to close up the head. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to close these back flaps here. I have them open. They're supposed to be closed, but I have them open because you can rotate his waist. Without this, with this closed, you really can't. So we close those pieces there. We come here and basically we're going to flip these arms up, and then we're going to rotate and then flip him forward like that, so that you have his front legs facing like that. And so then we're going to tab his legs in. There's some tab slot connections down here on his legs. We're just going to push everything in together like so. And so then we're going to get this back piece here. We're going to rotate it. It's going to tuck right in there in the middle. Bring it all down. And then we're going to get his back legs, flip him forward. And then we're going to get his weapon that forms the tail. We're going to squeeze this in together. This plugs right in. There's a port right there. Whole back section just plugs right in like that, and there you go. There is Slug in his dinosaur alt mode. This guy does look a little bit better than Sludge. At least this guy has articulation. You've got the back feet move back and forth. So do the front legs, and his mouth opens up. So at least we have that. This guy, on the other hand, let's compare them. Do some size comparison. And funny, this guy's supposed to be big. This guy is supposed to be bigger than this guy. So go figure. And this guy's falling apart on me. I'm throwing him all over the place. And I'm freaking disappointed. And so there you go. You have two Dinobots here. And this guy wouldn't look so bad if all this gappiness, they have figured out some place, a piece. Maybe you'll have a third party, you'll come in and they'll figure something, some 3D printed thing that'll just come here and it'll close this whole gap part up. So this guy's not too bad. This guy, but for comparison, here is an ambulance. These guys are the size of an ambulance. There it is. Pretty ridiculous. But these are core class. I think I'm getting too nitpicky here. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get this guy out of here. I'm not gonna bring any other comparisons. Like so, let's do a combined mode on these guys. Let's see if these guys can redeem themselves. So let's transform this guy back into his robot mode really quick. So let's take him apart here. Let's rotate him. So let's do it easier. Let's just rotate him. Flip that head part out. Flip his arms out. Open up his legs. All right, and now to get him into combine mode, we're just gonna rotate the arms, leave him up like that, and so this piece here is on a swivel here, so we're just gonna rotate it out like that, rotate it out like that, and so the dinosaur legs, we're gonna flip them up, and so they're gonna tab right in there. Let me focus in a bit right there. Little tab right there, little slot right there. Boom. Just make sure that comes in right there. Same thing on the other side. Make sure the tab slot connection is secure. And there is Sludge in his this didn't quite tab in quite. There's always something. There it is. All right, so there's Sludge in his this is his combined mode. There he is right there. He's doing like a meditation pose somewhat. All right, so now let's bring in Slug right here. We don't have to do much here. Let's unplug his tail. And so we're going to open up this piece right here, unplug it from the back. So if it's going to be like that, I'm going to plug this right back up like that. And so that's going to stay like that. And so let's see if I'm orientating this right, because these are supposed to be on the outside. So the legs, these tabs are supposed to be facing in. So let's do that. Let's see, am I facing? Yes. Let's leave them like that for now. Let's put these back feet like that. All right, so now we're gonna come to his tail, and this black piece here, we're just gonna slide it out. It's plugged in, and it's going to reveal Volcanicus's head. That is very nice. That is very cool. That is very cool, right? So then we're gonna get this piece here, and so we're gonna come here to Sludge, and this is gonna get plugged in like so. So it's gonna be out like that. All right, so now we're gonna get Mr. Slug here, and so there's a port right here. We're gonna plug in Volcanicus's head right there. And so we have Volcanicus's chest. And so this is his midsection. So everything is going to plug in together. So we have these two ports right here by the head. There's an opening here. His head's gonna slide right in, and everything's gonna plug in together. So we're just gonna get everything in like so. Everything should plug in. Let's get these arms out of the way. As you can see, everything should plug in like that. All right, so now, see, I didn't, these are supposed to be inside. Let me, I think I could do it from this angle. Okay, see, I did something wrong. Let me unplug him really quick. Like these arms, I'm gonna rotate them. There's a tab and there's a slot here. So now we plug him in, and they plug in like that. Same thing over here, and now we got something. And so now we do the same thing with this over again. Put the head in like that. Make sure this plugs in right there. All right, and so now these arms, you see the port right here on the side, and you're just supposed to push them in like so. Push him in like so. And so, in the back of his chest, you're supposed to just push his fists in. There's a little plug there. Very tough to line them up. But if you could do that, just squeeze the fist into those little plugs. But it's very tough to do that. Either way, that holds up pretty good. And so there we have Volcanicus in his combined mode, and so far this is the redeeming factor. This looks great. It looks like we're going to get a nice looking Volcanicus out of these Dinobots, and this guy looks to be maybe about Voyager class, I would say. I don't think he's quite leader class, but let me tuck these legs in. I think you could tuck them in either way, doesn't matter. Or you just tuck them in like that. And Sludge lost his head. This kind of tucks in back here. I lost him in the this head comes loose a lot, and in packaging it's loose. But there, lost his head there, but that's it. There is the upper torso of Volcanicus, and this guy looks great. So far, these guys redeemed themselves. They were looking too hot, but now we've got this, and so far, I'm happy. So in conclusion, these guys are just okay for core class figures. Clearly, Slug is the better of the two, the way better of the two, but if these guys weren't a combiner, I'd probably pass on them. But the fact that we're gaining a Volcanicus figure, I'm very excited for that. I can't wait to have all 6 of these Dinobots now, just to have a completed Volcanicus. So that's it for this review. Let me know what you think of these core class Dinobots by leaving a comment down below. Smash that like button if you like this video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more awesome Transformers content. So this is Zagatron signing out, and this is the Transformers Legacy Evolution core class Dinobot, Slug, and Sludge video review, and thank you for watching.